These signs were made without the use of mods. We're going to show you everything you need to know about signs in Valheim, so let's jump right into it.
The most basic thing you can change on your signs is the text color. To do this, it's pretty simple. You're just going to type a pointy bracket, color, equals, and then whatever color. And you know it worked when it disappeared. Then just type in whatever text you like on the sign, and there you have it. The named colors that are supported are kind of limited, mostly to what you see here, but it does support hex code.
To use hex code, you can go to a website that generates hex colors for you. We like this one, we'll link it in the description. So all you do is generate your code, copy it, and then back in Valheim, you enter this the same way as you do with the standard colors. So pointy bracket, color, equals, and then just make sure you use the number sign, paste in your hex code, and now you can type whatever you like. Here's a selection of hex colors that we really like.
So the next thing that you can change is the size. So here you'll see 5, 10, 20, and this is size 50. The text is limited to the width of the sign unless you're using single letters, but we'll get more on that later. So to change size, you'll just type in pointy bracket size equals whatever size you like, and then whatever word, and there you have it.
Next we have style and justification. So you can do things like italics, strike through, underline. These are all pretty straightforward. For italics, it's just pointy bracket I, close pointy bracket. So pretty straightforward. For strike through, similarly, it's just pointy bracket S, pointy bracket, strike. And lastly, for underline, it's just pointy bracket U, pointy bracket, and you'll get a nice line under your word. You might notice that on strike through and underline, I also have a different color line on these two signs. The way you do this is just put in the color you'd like for your line. So color equals red, and then for instance, strike through, and then do another color tag, and this is for your text, equals blue. And then we could just say hello, and you'll notice that we have blue text with a red line. The way you do this for underline is just the same, just use the underline tag instead of strike through.
If you really want to amp up the fun, you can actually use symbols and emojis. So to do this, you're just going to go over to something like Notepad. If you push the Windows key plus period, it's going to pull up this nifty keyboard with all kinds of symbols and emojis on it, and you just pick whatever you like. So you just type that into your Notepad. So to use your symbol that you copied over from your Notepad, paste it in, you can use any of the codes from earlier that we showed you to alter this, to change the color, and it will only show up as one solid color. Even with multi-color like emojis and symbols, it's just gonna show up with the one color.
The next thing to go over is position and rotation tags. So here I've used the vertical offset tag to actually move this emoji below the sign. In this one, I've used the position tag to move the emoji to the right. And in this one, I've used the rotate tag to rotate the emoji upside down. A good example of how you could use these is, for instance, I could say color equals red, size equals 10, and then use vertical offset equals 45 and type whatever I want to type. And you'll see that now we have a red word that's 10 size font and is 45 points above where the sign is. You can use these other tags in this section in similar ways. There's lots of combinations that you can use to get really cool effects.
And with vertical offset, a positive number is going to raise the word above the sign, and a negative number is going to raise the word below the sign.
Right, and with position, similarly, a positive number will move to the right, a negative number will move to the left. We'll be linking to the Unity Rich Text website that gives you lots of tags like we've gone over, plus a whole bunch that we're not even touching base on. You can mix and match these. Just know that there is a character limit of 50 characters on the sign. That's including all the tags. So you'll have to get a little creative, and we'll show you some of the ways that we're using these. To give an example of how you can use all of these different tags together, I have a wall here with two signs. One's actually on the wall, one's a little in front of the other sign. It's on the beam just below the bottom of the wall there. So I'll actually go over to Notepad. Here I have a few things already prepared. So for instance, in this one, I've said color equals black, size equals 90, vertical offset equals 80, and I've used a square. So I'll just copy that. And then over here in my back sign, I'll just paste it right in. Now I've got a big black square on the wall. We'll go back to Notepad. Here I have color equals yellow, size equals 60, vertical offset equals 85, and a monkey emoji, so I'll copy this one. Go back to my other sign, and paste this right in. And now we have this cool monkey image on the wall, so do with that what you will.
Another cool feature that we haven't exactly figured out how to utilize yet is whenever you create a sign with a large white symbol that's offset, it creates this like X-ray effect over the trees. If you can figure out how to use that, leave a comment down below because we are very interested in this, but haven't exactly figured out how to utilize it.
It also makes images on walls invisible, which is really kind of cool. I keep thinking Wizard Tower.
Wizard Tower.
Every time.
To me, it screams puzzle game. Like you have to use like the X-ray feature to read some sign to like
right.
do a scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
That could be fun.